Hi, this is Joelle. I am the Viberarian. I am here to elevate, enlighten, and empower. I'm experiencing all of those things in my life on a daily basis, and I'm so grateful for that. I hope that by sharing with you that you also are elevated, enlightened, and empowered for your journey. Today, I was guided to come on to do another reading. Yesterday, I received guidance to bring in energy from the ocean mother, and it was just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful reading. And today, the guidance is to begin a question, to ask a question, and to receive guidance for that. And so it was interesting because as I sat down to get everything set up, the card that came out was the Page of Swords. And pages of swords are messengers. They bring information, analytical information, things that we'll consider about in our mental space. Okay, so what I wanted to do, I brought this little deck with me. It is the Intuit question cards for tarot and oracle readings. Intuit Oracle is the brainchild or the artistic endeavor of Kimberly Aria. And I have a couple of her decks. I have her Twin Flame deck that she co-produced with Marla Kelly. And then this question card. So we're going to draw a question here using this deck. We're going to ask for two questions. As you can see, these are cute little cards here. So we're going to ask for two questions, and then we'll get tarot and oracle guidance about what we're supposed to be considering. And let me go ahead and put this Page of Swords on out here since he wanted to come. So Page of Swords is like also, in emails, looking online, research, bringing in information, delivering information. So you might be having to communicate ideas or thoughts, or receiving some communication about ideas or thoughts as well around this, which of course we are going to do that, receive that from the divine today. Receive our Page of Swords messages from Spirit. So I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the question cards here. These are a little bit small. I might have to change from my usual way of working with cards. I'm not a good, when you go like this, and that doesn't necessarily work well for me. So the thing about shuffling is whatever works for you so that you feel the comfort you need in receiving your guidance with the text. There's no wrong or right way to do something, unless the wrong way would be to do it with fear. So, but technically speaking, there's not a difference. All right, let me see here. I'm gonna just wash these at this point. We're gonna just see here. All right, what is the first question that we need to receive today? All right, and what is our second question? All right, let me get all these out of the way here. All right, I don't remember which one was first on the pile at this point, but it says, okay, what are this person's true feelings towards me? And that was, yesterday there was a 38 as well. All right, so what are this person's true feelings towards me? All right, so if you are the person, if you have someone on your mind and you would like to know what it is that they are feeling for you in this particular moment, we're going to go ahead and draw 3 tarot. You have to excuse me, my space is somewhat limited in terms of where I can work, so I'm kind of shuffling here off the side. All right, what are this person, the person that comes to mind as you heard that question, what are their feelings, true feelings towards you? Oh, they're very, very heavy here. All right. All right, let's see. 1, 2, and 3. All right. So, we have the 2 of Cups in reverse. All right. So there's not a happy emotional connection right now that is happening. Things definitely are, yeah, it's not a happy, loving feeling. It's like feeling disconnected and separated from something that is near and dear to your heart. All right, let's see what else we have here. I'm trying to, the Hangman in reverse, and what else do we have here? Oh, the Queen of Swords upright. Okay, so with this message we have here, you know, a separation of people who, you know, there's an emotional bond here between them. They're sharing their cup of love, but this is not happening at the present moment, and it's not bringing a happy feeling. Now, the Hangman reversed is also about changing our perspective, but coming out of like the period. The Hangman was when Odin hung himself from the tree. And from what I understand of the story is that he needed to change his perspective. And by doing that, he had his eye plucked out. And that speaks so much to the radical need that we have to like really change our vision about something. So when we go into the Hangman, it's an opportunity for us to really let something new come in order to expand our awareness. Odin, from one of the ladies that I've spoken with, who is deep into working with him, said that it was so that he could receive the divine feminine, so he could understand the feminine side, because he was a masculine and he had to completely turn himself upside down and change his perspective in a radical and somewhat painful way to gain that awareness. So if we have had to go into like a separation, a somewhat painful dynamic in order to like change our perspective and to bring in a balance of feminine and masculine energy, that can be what this is happening. So it's also then like wanting to come out of this period of contemplation, and the Queen of Swords does just that. The Queen of Swords is the feminine who is making in masculine decisions in balance, right? Balancing justice. Justice always has an outcome that is fair, and that takes into account not just the logic and rational, but the feeling side of stuff. So the Queen of Swords is an analytical feminine, so that's embodying the masculine of analysis within the feminine vessel of emotion. So coming into a balanced decision and then deciding to go ahead and move forward with it. And this also could say that, you know, okay, so this person, they're feeling not happy, and that there's a disconnect, and that this period of no movement, pause, change, and that you could be considered kind of like a chilly ice queen as well, and maybe being too hard-headed or analytical in your treatment towards them. So this is really speaking about like a challenge dynamic. So if this is, of course, you know, work dynamics, and you're in a situation where you're not exactly loving the dynamic, and maybe they're not loving you, but there's like somewhat of a disconnect. And so that, you know, dealing with your mental faculties in the workplace. Somebody may see that you actually bring a good perspective into their environment, where you are able to balance the feeling and the thought side of stuff. So anyway, this is very interesting. I want to see what the Enchanted Map says about these challenging feelings. It's not exactly a happy kind of feeling that's coming up right now. It's making me kind of sad in a way. All right, let's see here. Get some further guidance for this kind of unhappy feeling that's happening right now. This separation of energies and emotions. Changing perspective because of it, and then coming into emotionally balanced intellectual energy, All right, here we go. Oh, this is what we got yesterday, slow and steady. All right, so this is about the fact that, I mean, this hangman, this is like a super long time when he's hung upside down for as long as it takes. There's no rushing the change of perspective. There's no rushing the change of seasons. So there is no rushing, and though it may be imperceptible at this time that there is growth happening, then trust and know. And you see here she's holding her hand on her heart. So, you know, one of the things about feeling the love between yourself and another, right? This is exchanging that cup, and here, like your heart, holding that heart and feeling the emotions, feeling the feminine, sending that heart feeling out, that tenderness out, regardless of what things look like. Just continue to embody your heart self, trusting and knowing that there is slow and steady growth into the loving dynamic that you wish to receive, that is available for this connection, where the Two of Cups will be upright and the hangman perspective will be achieved, and then the balanced head and heart unified decision can move forward. Okay, so let's see what the other guidance is from this. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at these. The come together. We have this beautiful, it's so funny because as I'm looking at the beach, these little birds that's in this card are out here kind of, and they swoop down while you're swimming and grab their fish. And it could be somewhat startling. Okay, so it can be somewhat startling to have love dropped into your reality. All right, it could be somewhat startling when you begin to come together in a dynamic with a person. It could throw you off and cause you to think twice or to look around, okay? But all of that is part of your then catalyst to change your perspective. You open your heart. You can see this crowned heart energy here. It's just so beautiful in these beautiful giraffes, right? So we receive our ability to fully engage in the world by opening our heart, joining our heart and our head together. I mean, and this is like what we have. Okay, we have our heart and our head. We have the Two of Cups and the hangman. Head over heart. All right. So being able to change that into a dynamic, because we've changed our perspective about love, and we can then bring that love down into a harmonious dynamic. And 8, of course, is infinite, and as above, so below. And so we are coming together in this beautiful dynamic after a period of time. So trusting and knowing that, you know, there is a hope that you will be returned into exchanging your beautiful Two of Cups here in a more harmonious dynamic over time. Okay, beautiful. I love just seeing how similarly the cards wind up being. Okay, all right, that is very, very interesting. Now we're going to get another question, this second question here, and see. I wonder if it's a piggyback or if it is completely different. Let's see. What guidance is available on how I can manifest the life or experience of my dreams? Okay, what guidance is available on how I can manifest the life or experience of my dreams? All right, great question. I receive all the guidance, loving and truthful, unconditionally, that's for my highest good and the highest good of all, about what we can do to manifest the life or experience of our dreams. All right, we're going to definitely get some more oracle guidance from this. right, we're manifesting the experience of our dreams. What guidance is there? All right. Oh, Six of Pentacles reversed. Oh, the Five of Pentacles, Five of Cups reverse. And the Knight of Cups reverse. Okay, this is very interesting because the Six of Pentacles is about an imbalance in giving and receiving. It's like giving and not having the resources that you're sharing, or over giving into a dynamic. It's definitely in upright position, a place where you're receiving back reciprocally everything that you put out there and then some, and so that you are able to abundantly bless those around you, and then you're abundantly blessed back, so there is no lack. In reverse, this is about an imbalance in giving and receiving. So I would say that this is saying that we have to protect our energy, pull our energy in, and not just throw it away. Let me hear. Give it away to those not available for giving. Okay, so if you're in your life and you are contributing to a situation that is not contributing back to you, okay, thank you, Spirit. Okay, if you are contributing something, an effort to a situation that is not returning that energy, then you need to stop and not continue engaging in that dynamic. And this is Pentacles. This is our manifestation work, our energy expended, and what comes back from that energy. So pull up your energy and stop participating in systems that are not an energy exchange that is equal. Yeah, equal. Okay. And the Five of Cups is about being sad and crying over spilled milk and what you don't have and looking at the past. But the guidance is that you're not seeing, the two cups that are still existing in your life. But this is like in reverse position. So, this is challenging because it's like needing to deeply, like the lack mentality, all right? Lack and loss mentality. Lack of energy exchange, a situation that was lost, sorrow and lack, grief and lack. Like, so moving out of this, and the Knight of Cups takes his cup of love and moves forward. So like moving into out of situations that are not balanced, and like focusing on the things in your life that will bring you emotional satisfaction, and then moving forward with your offer, with your contribution, with your heart, moving forward into a new dynamic while you're leaving these old situations behind, and know that there is going to be a dynamic where you will receive balance and where there will be two cups of love celebrated, and move confidently and slowly forward with your emotions still intact after, and approach healing, so that you will know that your life of your dreams is coming. And Spirit offers you this message. We have here Mercury's messenger. Spirit offers you the message that your cup of love will, in fact, be full. And I also have seen this offering the cup of love. Spirit pours this cup of love, and that is why it is infinite. This is what fuels it, not man. It comes from the divine love. That there is no end, so there is no imbalance, and there is nothing. Of course, we grieve our experience, but there is not sorrow in terms of we will never have our emotional satisfaction. So don't grieve that, and know that Spirit is bringing you forward into a better and satisfying life of your dreams, and that what you thought was your dream life and turned out, when it turns out it doesn't, then just take your cup, empty it out of the old, and move forward into the new. Heal, of course. All right, so I want to see also then what enchanted map guidance comes forward for those. I'm going to leave those other two back there. They might have come out again, but let's see. Oh, I forgot. Let me see what the enchanted map said about come together in the guidance. Love needs to be expressed. Drawing this card is a sign that you're on the path to discover the nature of this emotion, okay? Love needs to be expressed. That's what the Knight of Cups does. He takes his masculine energy and effort and expresses his emotions, all right? So very interesting. Drawing this card is a sign that you're on the path to discover the nature of this emotion in all of its forms of expression: romantic, familial, unconditional, spiritual. In each instance, there is another being involved. Okay, that was that Two of Cups. Love involves a give and take between you and a significant other, a relative, a friend, an animal, and or spirit. This card assures you that love has come calling and seeks a partner in its dance. Know that you are cherished. Like a magnet, you're attracting love into your life. This is the time for harmonious, caring partnerships. Now, if it were in a challenged position, this is a sign that perhaps a love connection is unbalanced. Okay, I don't have this deck set up to read reversals, so I'm reading either way, but here we definitely have an imbalance. Is intimacy being withheld from you, or are you withholding it for another? Longing and yearning are often mistaken for love. Oh, this is so beautiful. Longing and yearning, that's what the Five of Cups, right? Longing and yearning are often mistaken for love when in fact they are signs of lack. Perhaps you've been doing all the emotional work and pouring your water into an empty well to the point that you are now depleted. Know this: true love will not be denied you. What is truly for you will never walk past you or require this much energy. Drop the agendas, the fight, the need to win, and allow love to flow through you. True love will always find its reflection in another. Wow, okay, these are beautiful. Okay, I'm seeing how the download's coming in. I'm understanding. Okay, let me go ahead and step back into, well, let's see those there. I'm gonna step back into the tarot and pull back out the Hangman and the cards that we drew first, because generally when I'm getting in a download, there are multiple images that come through and wind up synchronizing later. So just bear with me. Here's the Hangman. Here's that Ace of Cups. I wanted to show that. Thank you for bearing with me. This is always interesting. You know, spiritual work is what it is, and it takes what it takes. If you're here for it, I appreciate you, and we will learn and grow together. Okay. Well, so we had the Two of Cups in reverse and the Hangman in reverse and the Queen of Swords upright. Six of Pentacles. All right, see, this is that cup of love that overflows from the universe, right? Brings down the love that is divinely ordered, that is part of the hidden mysteries of how you are going to expand and receive this gift, right? That is part of the Sophia mystery that comes down, that you just have to receive and trust, knowing that it's not going to be anything other than absolutely the most amazing emotional experience, and that is because it is from the divine that it is coming down. Okay, so this is very interesting. All right, so back to the map. All right, love will not be denied us. We will not be in a perpetual state of grief and longing. I definitely can say that for me, this is very much hitting home, because I have definitely experienced moments of longing, especially as I'm here in Mexico and I'm at a place where there are lots of honeymooners. And so seeing people coupled up and affection and romantic and all that stuff, it does bring up an energy, even though I am very like comfortably in myself. Single and enjoying that. Of course, being in the twin flame dynamic, that means that you're never truly single because you're dealing with a spiritual partnership on a higher dimensional level. And so wanting that to manifest down and to come down into the physical realm to experience the walks on the beach or the honeymoon suite or things like that, then that can, of course, I honor and acknowledge that rises up in me, right? And of course, we're human. We're meant to be in partner dynamics and community and exchanging information and love and emotions with others here. That's part of the blessed joy of being a human in incarnation. So the longing part, I definitely can receive it as guidance for myself today. So, all right, let's see what Enchanted Map wants to say for this phase. The Six of Pentacles reversed, Five of Cups reversed, and the Knight of Cups moving out with the intact heart and becoming ready to receive the love that the divine has. One more shuffle after this. All right. 1 and 2. All right. What's the first one? Oh, wow. Metamorphosis. Wow. Look at that. It's got flamingos and butterflies and chrysalises, and it's a 7. So again, that's my divine mother feminine calling card for that to come through. So we are transitioning. Ooh. Me and this camera. We are transitioning. So the Hangman is also a metamorphosis card, right? Because you're talking about being in an altered state, like in a cocoon, until you're prepared to emerge, right, from that space. And so we are undergoing not only a societal metamorphosis, but this change is helping us to become someone new, someone different, to step out of our past experiences of imbalance or emotional hurt or lack, and we are filling our cup with the divine. And this is what that divine influx of energy and unconditional love that is always available to us, that we have shut ourselves off from. We are going through a metamorphosis so that we can receive it more directly. And as that happens, that is infusing our change. So all that we are going through out in the world with dating, mating, and connections and otherwise is part of our transformation process. And we should embrace it and know that we will not necessarily know what our end state will be. So I can definitely say that I am not who I thought I would be 10 years ago in 2012. I'm certainly didn't expect any of this. I am a butterfly that is like surprised at the fact that I became one. I mean, and that's happened over and over again. How many times can you say that you blossomed and changed and went through a metamorphosis to become something different or someone different? The beautiful part is that this is not just a final thing. We will continue to let go and rebuild. Turn to goo like a caterpillar in a cocoon, and then reformulate and emerge as something newer and more beautiful. And the thing is, the caterpillar, it's like the butterfly doesn't even see itself as it is emerging. It does not see its beauty, and yet we are in awe of it. So there is a message there to trust and know that you are beautiful. Know it, feel it, embrace it like you are the beautiful butterfly that is seen and observed by others. Allow that to be mirrored, okay? Mirrored back to you. Receive the mirror of your beauty from the beauty of the world around you. All right. Very interesting. Okay, next card. Oh, follow the leader. Look at this. This is beautiful. We are on this journey. Okay, look at all these little birds and things, geese, a fairy, and up to this beautiful tree, which is like got fall leaves on it. We're headed to the fall season. We are definitely going up the ladder. We're on the path. And of course, once we walk a trail, then others have the opportunity to see it and follow it if they should choose to do so. And as we lead into love, as we bring ourselves higher and higher evolutionary up into the consciousness, right? Then those who are behind us in the journey will also then be following our lead through the ages, through the time, right? And we've got seasons changing. Trees are very much one of my major things. Of course, the Viberarian is a tree that was shown to me, and I dwell within that tree as an oracle connected to the life force, information, and energy of our planetary consciousness. Okay, and so it's very interesting that this is coming through with the clock on it as well, because we've been talking about how slow and steady things happen, and we know that like the changing of the leaves, it started now, but it's going to take a couple months for those completely to change and then to fall off as we head towards winter. So there must be something also having to do with the fall and the change of seasons. So let me see here then. So we have a 40. 4 is about firm foundations, the pillars of our life and our reality. And of course, we are following the lead of the divine. That is the major pillar. If you're following the divine tree, then your path will be taking you up ever higher and higher. Okay, so metamorphosis. What do we have here? You are in the process of a deep and beautiful change. Butterflies earn their wings through great effort. The process of change is often painful, for it is never without losses and sacrifices. Losses and sacrifices. If you were to transform from one form to another, a part of you needs to die. Letting go isn't easy, especially when you're used to thinking a certain way about your life and how you live it. Just as a snake sheds its dead skin or a caterpillar dies so that a butterfly can be born, you're required to release your old ideas and embrace a necessary change so you can live your best life. Okay, what guidance is available and how I can manifest the life or experience of my dreams. All right, necessary change. Embrace the necessary change. Perhaps you're being asked to let go of low self-worth, a dream that no longer serves you, a relationship that is draining, or unhealthy habits. Despite your fear, you must accept that this is a transformational time for you. There will be some loss involved. Okay, grief. But you'll love what you become. In the challenged position, these are times of chaos and darkness. There are times of chaos and darkness that occur, much like the growing pains experienced by the caterpillar who is in the process of becoming a butterfly. There's a tendency to expect the worst when the first signs of difficulty arise, when something is taken away, or unexpected, unwanted circumstances come to challenge you to let go of old ideas about how life is supposed to be. You are not a victim, okay? You are not a victim. Rather, you are experiencing the temporary discomfort we all must go through before the beauty is revealed. Okay, that is beautiful, beautiful. I receive that, yes, before the beauty is revealed, right? It's up to us, like we shift our perspective, like one change in perspective changes your reality from terrible to awesome. Like it's really just a matter of changing the lens on your life. And if you can't do that, we can ask Spirit to gently help us to change the lens. And I am doing that even in this now moment, because it is asking me to change my lens in anywhere where I have been viewing myself as lack, or when I felt that longing for something that may not be perceived to me in my life right now. So to definitely, shift my perspective. I mean, how could I not? I mean, just a simple shift in perspective. And what do we have? Let me see if I can manage this. Look how a simple shift in perspective changes your whole view. All right. All right, now follow the leader. Every life is a teaching tool for others. Your authenticity and honesty are an example to those around you. One of my dear soul brothers said recently, everyone is the teacher, is teaching, being taught, or the tool. The teacher, the student, and the tool. All right. So every life is a teaching tool. And that's what I always say, is that I'm so delighted to just speak to everyday people in a random on a conversation, because there is something about their life that will inform and expand me. Even if it's some tale that they're telling, or something you overhear, or something they divulge and share to you that just seems so casual. All of that still has an opportunity for you to learn from it if you approach it with that energy. Let everyone be my teacher, and let those who receive teaching from my life do so. I'm not going out to try to teach them, but I'm just going to live and be available. And if the lessons that are learned, sometimes we learn lessons of what not to do when we observe people's life. And I hope that if people see things in me that they're like, well, I would not do that, absolutely receive it, because it doesn't have anything to do with me, my journey, my choices, right? So I'm not going to receive per se judgment, but I would always be grateful if I was a lesson for someone who avoided something that I went through, or that I broke trail for someone so that it was easier for them to go ahead and go through. And I know that as a divine feminine and twin flame journey in this reality, that I am helping to anchor the path, the golden path, for the others who are shifting through the old templates into the new template of divine masculinity and femininity and balance within and without, both as an individual and then reflected in your experiences with others, including your romantic partnership. I know that my journey is teaching others, and one of the things that I do purposely is also provide guidance for those to learn the lessons that I went through with maybe more ease, because I did go through the challenging part. Okay, so let's see here. You're being called to lead others by example. Your wisdom has been earned as a result of your bravery in the adventure of your life. The experiences of battles won and lost, places discovered, tears shed, and joys revealed have placed you in a unique position to be of service to others. Your suffering has been crystallized into a talisman of wisdom. Now you must share it. By being fully authentic, you'll lead others into the light. You'll be required to divulge some things about your past so that you may help someone else. Lead with love. There is another message here as well. Look to those whose great character and accomplishments you admire. Emulate the leaders you respect. You will then, in turn, have more to offer. In the challenge position, this card would offer a gentle push to get up and take the lead. In a relationship or partnership, be the one to voice what must be said. Muster your courage and speak your needs aloud. Affirm what you like and what you feel. Don't just hope for someone else to fix the problems you see. If you're inquiring about a career or project, you must take the initiative to draw up a proper plan. And if it's about a personal relationship, you must be clear about your intentions and desires. Boldly begin a discussion about how things really are and how to make the situation work for the highest good of all. Do this as soon as possible. You may be pleasantly surprised by the results. Okay, that is great guidance. All right, so definitely looking at if you need to get up and take the lead on something, if you need to get up, get out and get something. Don't let the days of your life pass you by. Okay, get up and get out and get something. All right, like getting up and out of the situation and moving and getting up and going somewhere where the divine is going to bless you, right? That is beautiful. All right. Whew. Sorry, my energy is just very different down here. So you'll bear with me as I'm getting used to everything. So I want to see then what portal guidance we have for stepping through this metamorphosis through grief and loss and ideas of grief and loss and lack, and shifting our perspective where we will have a beautiful, co-creative, loving dynamic where we are just seen in our true beauty and divinity for who we are, and we'll receive all the blessings and abundant joy that the divine can shower upon us so that it will overflow to those who are following us on our journey. All right, one more. All right, here we go. 1 and 2. Uh-oh, this came off. Okay, this slid off the deck. The Tower Reverse. The Tower Reverse is about an internal change, a radical internal change, a sudden shift. We got to get through this shift before the external tower comes, because when the tower comes, it's moving us out of things that we think are serving us that are not. This little tower was no protection to these folk when there's lightning striking it, fire in it, a flood coming, and they're like jumping out, right? So this internal tower is like getting you out because you come to an emotional decision. This is you breaking up before you're broken up with, or you quitting before you're fired, right? And it's something that is very radical. That's why the tower, this is like a destruction. So all this lack and imbalance and grief and not feeling love and not feeling the energy that you receive, like this is the challenge. The tower comes and tells you to, I'm leaving this, all right? This is no longer going to be what I do and experience. All right, so we are going through this internal tower opportunity here, conversation to give us a heads up that this is what is happening. We're going through an opportunity that we can emotionally shift. All right. Okay, we are stepping into the unknown. Look at that. That is so beautiful. Come to the edge, right? Come to the edge. Know that this hidden mysteries of the Sophia, this is the divine wisdom, the high priestess. She holds the secrets of the feminine, which is where the creation comes from. So we don't even know the beauty that is being created for us. But what we do know is our frequency is what feels and fuels our creation experience. So if we are feeling love instead of lack, then the only thing we have to know is that our future is going to be loving. Feel the love, feel the trust, and then you'll receive the trusting and loving reality coming forward. And that's why you can just open yourself to receive, because it's coming from that divine space. All right, so let us see. Yes, stepping into the unknown, that's a big trust exercise, right? Because we're like, what's going to happen next? Like, I know when I come back from this trip that I'm going to have gone through a change. I don't know what's about to happen next, you know? And many of us get caught into, especially on the twin flame journey, you can get caught up into the future of like, am I going to, connect with my partner? Are they going to be present in my life? I can feel this energy. what is happening. I want to know, right? So we can get in these loops of, is love here today? Is love here today? And it's like, love is here every day, right? And you just have to know that the universe is seeking infinite ways to deliver it to you. Will you open your arms and heart wide to receive, right? Will you open your arms and heart wide and receive? All right, so let's see here. I love this portal deck. This is a great, it's by Tess Whitehurst. I've been using it for only a little bit, and I really appreciate it. You are now approaching perhaps the most powerful and transformational of all portals, the unknown. Amidst uncertainty, it's natural to go into fear and desperately attempt to assert some control over the unknowable future and the untamed forces that be. Even as you panic and flail, the unknown portal sits quietly, vast, open, and alive with potential, waiting for you to enter it and feel the freedom, elation, and power that come from surrendering to the flow of life. Once you choose to step into the wisdom of the unknown, you will call your energy back. Call your energy back from the future and the past. And the past. Five of Cups, looking at the past. And live here fully in the singular moment, the luminous, ever-present now. Delays, roadblocks, and setbacks will remove their masks and reveal themselves to be blessings, windfalls, and booms along the spiraling path of your destiny. Now, let me just say, I love that word boom. My bestie Miss Palm Reader, Miss Cassandria Hanna, I love her. She is a wise elder, a spiritual guide. If you ever get a chance to sit with her, please have a palm reading from her. She's beautiful. I will put a link in the description box below to my interviews with her, and so that you can reach out. But anyway, my bestie Tanya had a reading from her, and she said, you have a boon. There's a boon coming. A boon is like wealth. It's unexpected wealth. It's a come up, right? So I have to smile now when I see it. So windfalls and booms along the spiraling path of your destiny. Okay, the path of our destiny over here. Underneath any frenetic or anxious thoughts, can you sense the powerful presence of this portal, utterly silent, yet filled with all the beauty, wisdom, and magic of the universe? You don't need to fight your thoughts or attempt to silence them. You just need to know that this vast, transcendent potential is also present, and that you are free to step into it whenever you wish. Simply let go of the need to foresee or control the future, and you will enter this transformational portal. You are a strand of the cosmic DNA, and you contain the whole blueprint of the universe within you. So stepping off the ledge of the known and plunging into the adventure of the unknown is not quite as frightening a prospect as it may initially seem. In truth, there is a level at which even the unknown is known. Somewhere it is as familiar as the beating of your own heart. When you fully enter the present moment, all your attention gracefully flows with whatever arises. As such, you will naturally move in the direction that will most benefit you, like a mountain stream sparkling in the sunlight as it endlessly tumbles towards the sea. So let go of trying to control what you can't control. Give up predicting what you can't possibly foresee. Step into the unknown, and life will open up to you like a rose. Oh, I received that as a sister of the Rose Order and the Divine Lovers. I received that. Stepping into the unknown. Okay, Queen of Swords is a controller, I will say, because we have I'm a Libra, Queen of Swords is our thing. So we try to keep things under control by managing all the potentialities that we can see. And sometimes that exhausts us. So Okay, stepping into the unknown. I want to know. Okay, I always want to know, but letting that go and stepping into the new reality, the new love, the new humanity, the new consciousness arising. We don't even know where we're going at this point. We're entering a place that evolutionarily, galactically, in this transition, our ascension path has propelled us to an entirely new experiential paradigm, and we're in the process of moving into that. And it can feel like we're not, and can feel very old and heavy at times, but trust and know that we are crossing through that. And even though it's unknown, do not allow fear, which the matrix will try to project to you, to change your frequency so that you manifest a different co-creation. We need to stay in the highest loving vibration as we step off of these ledges and into our unknown, beautiful future. Oh, here we are again. Wow. We are bringing heaven down. Olympus came out yesterday, and that's why I'm laughing, because, and I had another 38 here, and I don't see where I got it from on today's message. Sorry. There's another 38 came through, but so Olympus, like bringing down the paradise of the gods and bringing that down into the realm of earth, right? This is so beautiful. I am going to go ahead and give this card again on Olympus, because Olympus clearly wants to come through. And it's very interesting because I am here in Cancun, but I often go to Playa del Carmen and down to Tulum and Chichen Itza. The equinox is coming up, and at the end of this week, in just a couple days, we're kind of in the days of it. And on those days, that's when the phenomenon comes down the side of Chichen Itza that makes it one of the 7 wonders of the New World. And that is where you can see the shadow of the feathered serpent god Kukulkan, either descending or ascending from the heavens. And I've been there at least on 2 or 3 equinoxes, and this one is a Libra equinox. So I don't know if I'm going to be headed down there. It might be. I have to give my friend Richard a call and see. But I was telling my crew this morning that I feel like I am being called to swim in a cenote. And cenotes are what are known for around the Yucatan, and they're sacred wells, connections to the world of the underwater kingdom. If you watched Black Panther 2, then you're familiar with a version of this. I won't say that it is necessarily mythologically or spiritually correct. I would have to talk to some of my Mayan friends to see if how Namor was portrayed fits in their pantheon, but it definitely in that the opening to the underwater kingdom's world was in a cenote. So I'm feeling like I'm supposed to go submerge. And I will say that cenotes are a beautiful experience, but I do experience some fear when I get in them, and I have to be in a group because I feel very fearful. I tried to get into one by myself or with the guide was there, and I just couldn't swim out into that because, and this was even before seeing Black Panther. I don't know why Avatar came up, The Way of Water. Okay, The Way of Water. Well, I was fearful of what I might find. Not even what I might find. Okay, so it was like almost having a past life experience of where I just feel like I would be pulled down and something would grab me. And I know that we all have phobias, right? Heights, snakes, needles. In this case, I am not generally afraid of water, but I am I don't like water where I can't see down into it. And a cenote is the essence of that. It's usually in a cave or down underneath some outcroppings, and depending on the depth of it, you just don't know. And there have been findings of artifacts and skulls and all manner of things. There's stories about it, but I just feel the truth of it being a portal to another realm. And so needing to go to those places, and I think is part of what what I'm being called to act on and to do. So we will sit at that and see what happens at the end of the week. In Greek mythology, Olympus is the mountain where the divinities reside. You stand at the portal to the rarefied realm of the gods. The story playing out in your life is an epic tale, and you are the hero. The Olympus portal reminds you to enlist divine power. Doing so will bring about triumphant success. Before you were born into this life experience, you chose to go through certain challenges to allow your soul to evolve in particular ways. This is one of those challenges. Okay, if you're a twin flame, you came here to experience the challenge of coming into unconditional love, and by moving into that template and frequency, others will be able to follow your path. You knew it was going to be a challenge when you agreed to come down here and experience the separation, but the challenge of it all would be to uplift and bring the Christ of light onto the planet through your divine love templates. Okay, we knew this. We took a vow, we decided to come. We chose to come back down in frequency and to go through separation from our unified field in order to do this, and so that people could follow our lead. All right. Before this life experience, you chose to go through certain challenges to allow your soul to evolve in particular ways. This is one of those challenges, and this card has appeared to remind you that you are not alone. You have friends and allies in high places that can help, but first you have to call on them and allow their guidance and support. In one sense, all the gods are one, but the divine presence is infinite. And by definition, the infinite can't be limited to one particular polarity or quality, male or female, for example, or peaceful or warrior-like. That's why there are many faces of the divine, so we can attune to various aspects and facets of the infinite consciousness and differentiate the divine into various names and stories that help inspire us in our finite human world. Receiving this card indicates that you will benefit from working with one particular deity now, or possibly a pair or group of deities. You may already have a deity in mind, or you may be able to attune to your intuition in such a way that you will know who this deity is. If you don't know, do a little research to find a god or goddess you relate to in your current circumstance. You may investigate a pantheon that aligns with your heritage, faith, or upbringing, or there may be another pantheon to which you feel inexplicably drawn. Once you've discovered the divinity or divinities you like to work with, you may like to find an image of them, a statue, figurine, a framed picture, and place it on any flat surface to create a simple altar. Then light a candle to the divinity, and from your heart, request their guidance and support. Extinguish the candle when you've finished with your invocation. Repeat the process daily until you've completed your present journey and emerged victoriously. Divine beings of great wisdom want to help you. Ask and you shall receive. All right, I ask and receive for all of the loving and unconditionally loving support for myself and for the highest good of others and myself, for all of humanity. And through me, I ask for the guidance directly from the realm of the divine. And I am grateful for the wise presence that comes to illuminate me, for that which pours over me, that which pours through me, from that plane down into this. I'm thankful to have this experience and this opportunity. And so it is. Okay, let's see. We can't not have a C message here. Appreciate you joining me for my morning meditation here while I'm down here. Everything is beautifully aligned and all is as it should be. All right. One more from our Sea Mother for this transition, this change, this shift. The portal of the unknown. As we enter and are guided lovingly to it. See, God. Okay, we do need that courage, right? To step off that cliff into the unknown. I love this. Look at her. She's got like, yeah, stepping into the unknown takes courage, right? Illuminated with the divine, and we have like the sea, algae, and fins. It's so much. Look at her beauty. And that's an 8. Sea goddess of courage, authentic communication. All right. I'm just having a blast because this is my authentic communication, right? It is what it is, and I'm doing what I'm called to do. And therefore, that takes courage, and I appreciate this push that the divine gives me constantly to come out and express these messages and to share about my journey and along this way. Okay, so let's see. The affirmation: I believe that my spirit knows the way, and I trust my intuition. I am fueled by courage when I am unsure. I am in divine alignment and with my whole I am in divine alignment with my whole being when I speak my authentic truth, which opens the floodgates of infinite possibilities into my life. I believe that my spirit knows the way, and I trust my intuition. I am fueled by courage when I am unsure. I am in divine alignment with my whole being when I speak my authentic truth, which opens up the floodgates of infinite possibilities into my life. I am appearing to you as a sign from your deep soul calling for comfort and compassion as you step into a new chapter of your life. You have been ready for this for a long time, and although knowing this doesn't make it easier, it does affirm that you are a powerful manifester and now need to embody the frequencies of courage. It is deep within you and can come to the surface when you thought it was non-existent. Trust and allow me to support you through whatever it is you are moving through. I am here to guide you and am sending you waves of courage to take extraordinary leaps of faith toward your inner truth. Okay, so I can see I am going to probably go to cenote because this is a courage exercise for me to actually, in the physical realm, go through an exercise. It's very clear that I have fear, and to allow the divine to lead me into the wells of the divinity through the cenote experience. Okay, and then this will help facilitate and lay the pathway for the new chapter that I am getting ready to intake, and I will have then the pattern of courage through my fear to draw back on in my next experience. All right. In this ritual, it requires you to come up with memories of moments when you ignited courage to take where you know your soul needed to be. It may have been uncomfortable yet extremely necessary. Recall and record how you utilized courage and experienced a positive outcome. This is so powerful. You will see that if you did it before, you can do it again. Okay. I love it. Visualize yourself calling in the potent spirit essence of the sea goddess of courage. Feel and see your whole body surrounded by emerald and pink light rays of divine love and light. These color frequencies will create a calming sense of loving trust so that you can lead fully into the vision of how this courageous step you will take will conclude positively. Take a deep breath. Take deep breaths. And feel yourself celebrating this accomplishment with joy and see into what the future holds for you. What new possibilities could lie ahead of you now that you have been so bold to take this step. Write this all down and reflect upon it so you are prepared and surrounded with all the courage you need. Okay, well, trust exercise, courage exercise. I received that in spirit and in truth, all right, for the sea goddess of courage, yes. I'm giggling because the last time I was like, nope. I stepped down into the cold water and I was immediately struck with terror and I backed off. And I'd swum in many cenotes before, but always like with groups of at least 2 or 3 people. And that one, I just couldn't do it. Oh my goodness. So I asked that this courage test happen with as much ease as possible for me to still get the experience. All right, let's see here. Ooh, Sacred Serpent Spirit. Look at this card. DNA activation. Okay, Kukulkan is the feathered serpent god, solar deity. Okay, Sacred Serpent Spirit, DNA activation. This almost even looks like a dragon eye to me, like over here. This is beautiful, and we have a 9, which is, completion of cycles and getting ready to move into a new phase. I receive any DNA activations that are available to me to expand. If you are, check out Todd Bryson, Modern Galaxy on YouTube. He just recently did a Pleiadian DNA activation meditation where you're stepping into your Akash and activating DNA from that for this now and present moment. So I would advise you to do that as well. I'll try to put the links to these in below as time permits because I am getting ready to go out to the beach. Okay, so serpent activation. This is also like the Kundalini rising, and the sacred fire that goes from the root to crown and beyond up into our activated, where is it at? Here we go. Yeah, the Caduceus, the activated Kundalini rising through our vessel, okay? All right, let's see here. 36. I allow only that which is of divine love and light in my higher self to activate my DNA to the highest frequency possible for my consciousness in this moment, allowing for the highest good of myself and those all around me to benefit from this activation in the most healthy, vibrant, and positive way. Okay, let me say that again. I allow only that which is of divine love and light in my higher self to activate my DNA to the highest frequency possible for my consciousness in this moment, allowing for the highest good of myself and those all around me to benefit from this activation in the most healthy, vibrant, and positive way. The sacred serpent of DNA activation is the code keeper of your DNA, the protector of your consciousness. The sacred serpent knows you and your life's purpose and mission upon earth, which is why your DNA has a code keeper. You can melt sweetly into the comfort of this being's care, as it is a fierce protector and will only allow you to access the parts of your DNA that are most important for you in each moment. Practice trusting a multidimensional being that has your highest good as its sole priority and gives you nuggets of wisdom, healing, and activations as you become ready for them. Sometimes DNA activations or Kundalini activations can occur in very intense bursts of high-frequency medicine, but this is granted to you with your intentions. You have more authority over your life than you may realize, and you can have any kind of awakening experience you would like to have. In the Sacred Sea ritual, when you have plenty of time and space to allow for integration, take a moment to ground your energy by imagining yourself or your soul as a massive tree rooting so deeply into the earth that your roots reach the crystalline sea core. Wow. In this place, you can anchor in and meet the sacred serpent who has healing medicine for you. As you feel the energy of each other, take note of your inner messages and intuition. What does your soul feel, and what is it saying? Follow the guidance of your soul and ask the sacred serpent any questions you may have. Allow time for the answers and for the integration of each message. When you are ready to close the ritual, send gratitude to Gaia and the sacred serpent and retrace your steps to your roots and back into the tree trunk of your embodied soul. Take the time to record your messages and your visions, impressions, feelings, and any sensations you felt or noticed in your body or mind. Okay, I love that. Taking your sacred tree roots and sending them down into the core to the crystal sea. Okay, I received that. And look, this is also why I love reading these. Look at this image. All right, we have and of course the rose. As I said, the sacred rose, the seed, the beautiful rose sisters, and the rose order, the divine love blossoming slowly but steadily over time. All right, so we are going to ground our energy into a massive tree, rooting so deeply into the earth that our roots reach the crystalline sea core, and we will anchor and meet the sacred serpent who has healing medicine for us. And when we come forward, we will receive the guidance that is most helpful for us in this now moment. Wow. This is a lot of energy. This is a lot of message I'm sharing with you, and it's going to take me several hours as I lay listening to the waves to integrate and process all this. I definitely thank you for joining me at the threshold of the unknown as we step into our co-creative opportunity to bring heaven down to earth in our reality. Co-creating our heavenly reality. Okay, I hear you. Okay, all of you, namaste. I'm about to go and get my sea time on, okay? I'm about to go get in the water. Oh, look at that. All right. Namaste.